And welcome back to the channel. On this video, as with most of my videos, I'm going to be riding the, at least right now, the Lyric Graffiti X. It's my go-to bike, my favorite bike. You see it right there a little bit on the dirty side. We've been having some more than just our share of rain here lately, so the bike just constantly gets dirty. So, but that's not what I want to talk about in this video. You can see the back fender is dirty as well. I want to talk about turn signals. And I'm going to pop mine on here to show you that the Lyric Graffiti X has turn signals. As there you see the back one. And come around to the front. And you see the front. And let's do the other side. There we go. And the back. So I want to talk about turn signals and just lights in general on e-bikes. And at first, when I first got this bike, it's the first bike I've had that has all the lights that you need. And a good loud horn. As you can hear, I'm going to hit it here. See, it's got a good loud horn as well. So the turn signals, I was a little worried that they may not show up very well. They actually show up pretty well. I still would prefer my turn signals to be out a little bit here. Maybe a few inches away from the tail light and brake light, and but it's not bad. At least it's you can certainly see it, but I think it would stand out a little more if you had it a little bit further away from each other. But let's take a ride now, and it's raining a little bit right now, but actually, it's coming down a little harder, but I don't have my rain pants on right now, so I was trying to beat that, but might not beat it, but that's okay. So turn signals, I think, just like all the lights on the bike, they're important. And I think they need to get rid of that the law about the hand signals. That's so old school now. I think we need to have our hands where we can use them on the handlebar. You've got so much going on the handlebar, including brakes and turn signals. Mine has turn signals. You got the horn there. You got your throttle. You've got a lot of gadgets here, and if you take one hand away, then that leaves one less hand, and it's not easy to operate a bike with one hand to do everything. So I think it's important to have turn signals. They should be on every single e-bike out there, whether you're riding on the road or not, but especially riding on the road. It's even more important. And also a good headlight, brake light, and tail light are also important. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of the hand signals, especially if you're doing a lot of riding on the road. You need to use them, and if you're riding at night, it's not easy to see hand signals, especially at nighttime. And like I say, you're also taking one hand off the bike handlebar to do so. So sure is a long light here. There we go. Well, maybe it's going to let them go first. Maybe or not. We're almost ready to go. We're next. There, finally. And I'm going to use my turn signal right now because I'm turning here right. Yeah, I think it should be mandatory on every single bike that's out there. Any bikes that they make in the future, it should be on there. Not only for yourself, but for the other drivers out there. Now, I just got to get used to turning mine off. That's the one thing I haven't been able to fully get used to. I just turned it off there. I need to actually keep my finger on the trigger, as they say. Then I won't forget that I have it on. So let me know what you think in the comments. Do you agree with me that not just turn signals, but you should have a full set of lights on your bike? And they should come that way with every bike. You shouldn't have to go and buy lights to put on the bike. They should be on there. I especially think they should be on there if we're going to be registering the bikes. If it does get to that, I'm not saying it is going to, it depends, but someday, you never know, it could become something. And if it does, I think they should have us fully equipped for the road. Whether we're riding in the road or whether we're riding on the road or not. The only thing I wish that it had an indicator on my display to tell me that I've got my turn signal on. So I remember then to turn it off, but I'll get used to it. This bike already has a really good headlight. And the headlight runs all the time, which I think it probably should. That's another safety feature. Even if it is in the daytime, it gives you a little extra ability for cars to see you coming. And I just keep it in low beam. Unless I'm riding at night, then I'll crank it up to high beam, but if cars are coming toward me, though, I do like to turn it down if I can find the switch. That's another thing. I wish these switches were lit up so you could see at night what you're switching, because you can't see. So when you're wanting to go back and forth between high and low beam, you can't see the switch unless you're in a road that has a lot of good lighting, which I don't always have when I do any does that sound good? No. When I do any riding, whether it be early in the morning or later in the evening when it's dark, like this time of year, it gets dark so early that even if you're out there at 6 o'clock p.m., it's dark. Somebody just yelled out at me. I don't know if you heard that on there, but he watches on YouTube. I've talked to that gentleman several times. One other thing I wanted to bring up, and I brought this up countless times, but I'm going to mention it again because I just had two young teenage guys seen me going by with my bike, walking it, and they said, "Hey, I like your motorcycle." And that's what I get. That's what generally I get with this bike. I get just about everybody that sees it thinks it's a motorcycle. And I say, no, it's an electric bicycle. See the pedals? But it does have the look of a motorcycle. It has some speed to it, but depending on what motorcycle you're talking about, you know, it's not going to be quite up to what a motorcycle is capable for speed, but if it's a smaller bike, then yeah, it might be closer at 50 miles an hour. All right, well, that's going to do it for this video. We should all lobby together to try to get all e-bikes with all the lights that we need and a good horn. I actually think a horn and a bell. But I know you're limited always in space. How do you cram everything in on your handlebar? You only have one handlebar. But because the horn is good on the road, I like the horn. And the bell is good for trails where you're not going to shock and scare the bejeebers out of somebody. So it'd be nice to have both, or have a horn that has two different volume levels, or an adjustable volume level, so that when you are on a trail, you're not going to scare somebody right out of their shoes or anything like that. That's going to do it for this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to subscribe to the channel, just hit that subscribe button, and thank you very much for supporting us. And if you want to comment on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, just leave a comment in the comments below. And don't forget to share the video with others. That's a good way of getting videos out to other people that may have not have even heard of me and maybe want to check out some videos. Thank you very much for doing that. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, keep your wheels on the road. See you later.